Houston, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, and X-Play right here on Tech TV. She's visiting us today with an armful of some of the most disturbing video games around. Please welcome X-Play's Morgan Webb. How you doing, Morgan? Wonderful to have you on the program. So I got to know, what does it feel like to host a television show that people actually watch?
Well, since I have such a distinguished career that I didn't even know about exactly, I figured maybe I can bring some people onto here.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Because you guys are on right before us. I mean, thankfully, people watch your show, and some of them, you know, the remote control breaks or something like that. And we get the drugs basically from your show.
Yes.
So it is a video game show, and you're here to talk about video games, specifically sort of controversial video games. There's been controversy surrounding video games ever since I was a little kid. I remember people were like, "Oh, they're going to rot your brain and all that, spend all your money on it." But some people said they increase hand-eye coordination. If you trace back the history,
there's always excuses, you know, everywhere. But of course, one of the first most controversial video games is called Custer's Revenge. And it was from the Atari 2600, and you play Custer wearing nothing but a hat and boots, and you see everything. You can see it right there. And the goal is to avoid the arrows and then have sex with a Native American woman who's tied to a pole.
That's terrible. I mean, that's really wrong on so many different levels.
He's happy now.
I guess so. Custer was really well hung. He was a terrible soldier.
He was.
But very well hung.
And you can imagine people got very upset about this, from Native American groups to women's groups who were objecting about
rape. So was this game like, what was this, like 1982? Was this
like 1980
something? Did people actually play this game?
It was not that good of a game, and you couldn't really buy it anywhere. It was, you know, no one would remember it except for that it was very controversial, but you couldn't buy it anywhere. The company that made it got tied up in court. They made 2 more X-rated video games, and they went under because people kept suing them.
There was more X-rated video games back then with like that kind of graphics?
They made 2 more of that.
Wow, people must have been really excited back then about that kind of thing, because that was really hot. All right, we got to move on. Games, they've come a long way since then. Nowadays, characters in the games can actually talk.
Right.
Such as this one. This is called Roadkill, right? This is a very violent game.
What's up? A gun barrel up my That's what's up! You should listen to this guy, as if nothing were wrong. Uncle Woody's a wee bit pissed, my friend.
Whoa, settle down, girls. Pissed about what? You know what he's pissed about.
See, I think the real controversy here is the wildly awful haircuts of the characters in this game. It's not necessarily all the profanity and the violence and all that. It's just
the controversy is about the profanity. The rest of the game, you're driving around in a car and you're shooting off the top of it. And there's a bunch of games that sort of follow the car shooting model, like Twisted Metal Black, and they try and compare themselves to Grand Theft Auto. But what was really controversial is they said naughty words a lot. And people got very upset about that.
And speaking of Grand Theft Auto, I mean, that was like one of the most controversial games of all time because of the violence, but maybe not the most violent game of all time. In fact, you guys have picked one that may be even more violent than that.
This is called Manhunt, and it is made by the same people who made Grand Theft Auto, but the point is you're basically making a snuff film, and the more violent and creative and imaginative ways that you can kill people earns you points. So you're basically wandering around the environment looking for axes and bats.
Oh my God!
And you get extra points for, you know, that.
For bashing someone's head in like that?
Right. The more blood, the more gore you get, the better your score.
Oh my God.
The thing is, it wasn't really the most engaging or best video game out there, but it got a lot of attention because it was so controversial.
Yeah, I would get my attention. You know what else would? Gratuitous TNA. And that's a big thing in video games now too, right?
Yes. Well, you know, men are big fans of video games, and men are big fans of TNA.
Some men are. Some men like books and reading, like myself.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure that's very true. Well, there's DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball. Now, DOA was, you know, dead or alive. It was a fighting game. And then it came out where they played volleyball.
What could be controversial about this? This is a lighthearted romp on a sunny beach.
Right. You buy bathing suits for the girls, you go shopping, you watch them sunbathe. The thing about this game is there wasn't a very good volleyball engine in it. You weren't in it to play volleyball. You were in it to watch the girl in the bathing suit with the tail on it.
That's a good engine. I don't know what you're talking about.
What is she doing right there? Like, what does that have to do with volleyball?
She's resting between matches.
She's got to rest up, Laura. It's a very intense sport, volleyball. All right, we got one more. It's even more gratuitous than that. Some games are just purely sexual
now. This is Sexy Beach 2, and you can't really get this in America. You have to order it special. This is a Japanese game. And the point of this game is to seduce a young woman by touching and stroking.
Oh wait, so like you use like the mouse pointer or whatever to like fondle her and whatnot?
Exactly.
This is your job?
Check out
This is what you do? You like play these games all day at work?
Yeah, well, we have to import them.
Yeah.
And then when you seduce her, you get.
It's such
When
a
you
man's
seduce
game,
her.
though. This is such a man's game because if it was realistic, they'd rub the feet and the woman would be like, yeah,
do
right
that.
there. Oh.
No, that was pretty realistic. That's pretty. I made
Yeah,
it
is that how you?
30 seconds.
Is that what you do? You're all rubbing the thigh, and that's.
Something like that,
Yeah.
with the mouse pointer. Anyway, speaking of controversy, we were talking about this a little earlier. The Playboy.com poll.
Yes.
You are the winner of the Playboy.com poll.
Yes.
The 5 women from Tech TV. You beat out Miss Laura Swisher right here. Apparently, you have more hackers in your audience than we do, so that means that you won. So okay,
Good to have 'em
so
on your
you
side.
win, and Playboy says that you can do a spread for them. I think that you should do this.
You
I think
do?
I think that this would really advance your
Sign me up
career.
then if you think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, why not? It's a very tasteful
I
magazine. I don't
wanted
know
to
if
make
you've
sure
looked
she
at
had an
Playboy.
opportunity.
You did have an opportunity. They said they came to you too, and they said if you want
They
to
were
do it,
so nice. They gave us all an opportunity.
Aren't they dolls?
that would be so
That was
like
really
a
sweet.
Yeah.
Tech TV girl on girl thing.
Here,
That's what
I'll
they
do
offered
it,
you?
Morgan. I will do it if you do it. I kind of know what she's gonna say,
Right.
so I feel
I know,
pretty safe.
unpredictable.
Anyway, well, thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here, talking about all those video games. Check out more on Morgan and the game she plays at techtv.com/xplay. And watch XPlay every weeknight at 11 o'clock p.m.
Yes.
Eastern, right?
Yes.
Morgan,
Right.
thank you so much for being here. Best show on the network, right? Coming up, shake hands with the Dark Tipper and his stun gun. Even a stun gun out of the glove. And go change in your sweatpants. A wildly hot girl gone wired is just ahead.